inches of snow, but it is, usually like your door is blocked at least once a winter.
That
It gets
makes
pretty bad
sense.
up here.
Yeah.
It's because we have Lake Erie really close to us, so you get the lake effect snow,
Mhm.
and it just like piles on.
Okay, we back. We back.
All right. We'll start right away. I'm live right now. Guys, welcome back to episode 5 of Content Cave. Here today we have Colonies.
Let's go. Colin, you looking cute. I just noticed your camera.
Yeah, he looks good.
Looking gorgeous today, baby.
This is like my official podcast outfit. I think I've worn this exact. I didn't realize it until I like put it on, but I'm like, wait, I think I wear the same exact flannel and shirt underneath every podcast that I do.
Like good luck charm sort of situation.
I guess so. I mean, this is when I'm trying to make a good impression.
I think this is the first time I've worn like the gamer specs for the podcast.
Yeah, you look like
I've never done this before, but honestly, like I think my vision is actually going. So I'm more seriously wearing these like blue light glasses because I genuinely think
I got some too. Actually, I gotta wear mine too.
You actually put yours on. We can all be nerds.
Yeah.
Wait, Colin, do you also have gamer goggles or?
Dude, I've had them so many times, and I wear them once, and then they're lost forever. So
I lose them all the time, so I don't blame you. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I don't. I did buy some fake glasses at one point in order to take my Tinder pictures, but it really did not work out well. My screen would just reflect. I don't know, man. It didn't work out.
For the Tinder though? Like,
I mean, back in the day, not a ghost town these days, bro. You kidding me? You want to know what I do? I play Call of Duty, Super Smash Bros, MLB 08 the show.
Okay.
Wait, my man.
Golden.
You play MLB 08 the show? Shut the fuck up. Wait, stop. Pull it out. I love you so much. On the PS2! Oh my, okay, bro.
Dude, I'm not even joking.
Bro.
He's got it ready.
Bro, he's got it on deck. Dude, that's the only...
Come on, bro.
Oh my god. Wow. I just gained so much more respect for you. I swear, the only sports game I played continually is MLB 12 the show for the PS3. It's the only one.
I actually think that was the one that I played on, because I got a PS3 just to play the show when I was a kid. But
boys, I'm a bit of a noob with
it was
what it
really
is,
fun.
And I'm sure some people in the audience is. What are we talking about? What is MLB?
Okay, MLB the show, for those who don't know, is the greatest sports game of all the sports games, in my opinion.
Okay.
But also, I love baseball, so... I'm a bit biased in that regard. It's probably my favorite sport, but it's like what, like NHL 2K or NHL NBA 2K, like it's those games, but for baseball. So it's only made for the PlayStation consoles. And then I think like EA has some sort of like crap.
This year, actually, it is launching on Xbox and PC.
Oh, actually, it's no longer exclusive, eh?
Yup. As of like last year, they that contract ended, the exclusive contract.
Really? Okay. So yeah, me and Colin basically play the old school ones, which is hilarious because I have not bought an MLB game since 12. I only played 12. It's actually unreal. That's a crazy
I mean, with baseball games, I don't know. It's like sometimes I would rather go back and play the rosters that I knew when I was a kid.
That's
I don't really pay attention as much today as I did back then. Like when I'm playing against the Yankees and I'm a starting pitcher and it's Aaron Boone, Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, I don't know. I'd rather see that than Mike Trout, resident sleeper. I don't know.
No, I feel that. It's the nostalgia stuff, Like
baseball.
Those games,
I think this is a topic that everyone can really get behind.
Really relate to. Bro, baseball's I've realized this more and more because it's my favorite sport probably, but a lot of people hate it.
Really?
It's either you grew up with it and you love it, or you didn't, you just don't care or don't understand why people care.
Yeah, it's
understandable.
It's a slow game. Every game is 3 hours 20 minutes average, and the game itself is turtle pace because every pitch is its own interaction. So I get it, but it's a very heated.
It's a cult.
Thing,
where I grew up, my parents used to actually not own, but we're coaching a lot of because we live right next to a baseball pitch, right? So my parents would go in and they teach people baseball because they're really good at it when they're younger. So I grew up baby sitting watching the stands and shit like that. So I grew up around baseball. So as much as I don't watch sports that much, I can't lie. If I walk by a pitch, I'm gonna watch a couple rounds. You know what I mean? It's just a thing.
There's something about watching a baseball game, or it's why it was always my favorite sport to play when I was younger. It was it's such a chill experience. You're into something, and it's a slow burn of a process. I don't know. It's a very chill sport that's still super competitive. It's really fun to watch good players do things that make things look so routine that are really hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a boring ass sport, and that's why I love it. And
Me
that's
too.
why that's why people play Brawl. It's the Brawl of sports. Like
it's
it really
the sports.
like it's so
accurate.
it's literally all
That's so
neutral.
accurate.
It's neutral every single play, dude.
Yeah,
and it's,
pretty much.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, I mean, it's the only sport where you can like eat sunflower seeds while playing. Like literally, I'll be in the outfield and just be vibing with a pack of
dude. You
Spits
could be
in my
like
back
325 pounds and play in the pros. Like
seriously, yeah, it's chill. It's a low key.
you just gotta do your job, man. You show up and you do your job every day.
Exactly. Well, they make a ton of money too, bro.
Oh yeah, and that's the weirdest thing about it is that there's no salary cap, which is also like the worst.
What?
Yes, no, it's the worst thing about baseball, and it's why the Yankees are the Yankees every single year. The Dodgers, the Red Sox, because they have way more payroll than everybody else. Sign all your team's free agents as soon as their rookie contracts are over, and it's
crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they
I really don't.
A crazy amount. Yeah,
I really don't. And that's the thing about another big problem with baseball is because like so many of the smaller owners can't compete with how much money the bigger team. You can kind of draw parallels to esports with this as well. It's like most of them end up just running like to the bare minimum level of competing so they can be profitable, and they just do that every season. And then like for 30 years, your team just sucks. And they're like, wonder why the sport's dying, you know? Yeah. You don't see that a lot. Like in the NBA, it takes like 3-4 years for the process to start paying off. Like, I don't know. It's kind of unfortunate because I love baseball, but it's just, it has some big issues. But I mean, that's why I play esports. You know what I mean?
Hey, you're on an esports team, right? Like you're on Vanguard?
I am. Yep.
Who's
Vanguard.
sponsored?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Vanguard's like a local Ohio team who they own a land center around here, and they got into esports because they got some like good investments and backing with like Ohio State University.
Sure.
And they like originally like were trying to make some big moves with Fortnite and stuff, and then they just kind of they got memed on like super hard for being like a land center team. So then they like hit me up and they were like, "Yo, we're starting Vanguard. Like it's gonna be our esports org. Like we're taking it super serious and everything. And like we want like you to be on the team or whatever." And I was like, "All right." And then I was like, "Well, what about X, Y, and Z?" And they're like, "Oh, we got X, Y, and Z." I'm like, "All right, here we go." And
so then, how many of you guys are sponsored then? Like, do they have?
I'm the only. Well,
you're the only one.
I'm the only Smash player on the team. I don't think they have any other teams competing right now because of COVID. Like. They don't really see they have the money, they want to spend the money, but there's nothing really to gain off of right now. There's no events that your team can really get recognized at, but they've done a lot of really smart, like they are like savvy business wise. And like, so what people don't even know is like, they also like have the #1 LAN center software in the country or something like that. Like they run like the biggest Valorant amateur tournament series. Like they like are doing things with like esports stadiums and all this crazy stuff. So I don't know what really goes on. I just do my thing. They tell me like, "Here, send us your Twitter numbers." I'm like, "All right, here you go." And then that's really that.
I was friends with young Calc and like that Fortnite. So I used to be Fortnite pro.
Oh really? You know Calc?
I know Calc.
Oh my god.
So like obviously I had heard the memes of the Vanguard jokes, and I actually grew up in the same area as J-O-Mock.
Oh wow!
So, so like the weird connection.
So
so then J.O. lives in the area. He went to high school with my girlfriend. So then I see Vanguard in those two. I'm like, oh, those are two like J.O.'s got the clout.
Yeah, when they signed J.O., it was like, yeah, all right, I see you guys.
They both dropped, and then I'm seeing you with Vanguard, and I'm like, I was like, Smash? Like, wait, like they're like, because I'm like, as I'm going through I'm like, Smash Bros.
It's funny because like with the people that like picked me up inside of Vanguard, I had been like trying to plant that seed for years and years and years because their LAN center always hosted our tournaments, and I knew who like the guy who was like running stuff around there was, and like we would just talk all the time about different stuff, or like he would just always be asking me questions about stuff. So when he finally got like his thing going and his opportunity, he kind of gave me mine too. So
that's sick.
And that dude is super cool. Everybody that's like met him like from like my friend group and stuff like that, they all love him. He's a really dope guy. I like Vanguard a lot, and I'm looking forward to after the pandemic because it's just like we can't do nothing right now.
Yeah, it sucks.
They just opened a brand new like LAN center in downtown Columbus, right on OSU, that has like a balcony overlooking the city, an entire esports bar, and then also a LAN center underneath with like a stage. They have everything.
Wait, and you guys can't use it?
Can't use it. No.
That's so brutal, dude.
I know.
That's so brutal. Like having a venue like that, not being able to go to it, that sucks.
They're gonna let me like bring a couple friends down and have like a whole like night where we can just do whatever we want in there, which would be dope.
Sick.
But yeah. Yeah, you know, it's pretty cool.
So then like how long have you been like, because I obviously we all know that you've been like making waves online and whatnot with the pandemic, the streaming, the online tournaments, but like how long would you say like was your first LAN? Like how long have you been like going to Smash LAN?
All right, this is a good story. You guys ready for this one?
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Ready,
all right, so baby Colonies, he wanted to be the next Scumpy Jumpy, but he couldn't do it because he was 13 years old and there was an age restriction that came with Advanced Warfare. So I turned my sights elsewhere. I found Melee, found the Melee documentary. I was like, this is really dope, love it. And I didn't get it though, but I saw, you know, Smash 3DS was coming out. I'm like, all right, there it is. That's when I'm getting in. Like I'm sending it. So I found on Smash, I used to look on Smash boards like every single day, multiple times a day, just trying to find any tournament that would pop up like close enough to where my parents would maybe drive me if I asked.
Sure.
And I found this one guy. His name was I Throw Things. Shout out to Andy, legend in the Northeast Ohio scene, hosting a house tournament, 3DS house tournament on Valentine's Day. What was it, like 12-man round robin? I showed up. It's in like this sketchy apartment. My dad drops me off. He's like, "Good luck, son." I'm like, "Thanks, Dad." Walk in, and they're like, "Who the hell are you?" I'm like, "Oh," they all knew each other. Like they're all friends. Like they're like, "Oh, someone actually came. Wow, I knew it was a good idea posting it on there." I'm like, here I am. And I went 0-12. And I also did not take a single stock. I did not know how to smash attack. I didn't know how to spot dodge. I didn't know how to, I probably SD'd every stock. I don't really remember. All I remember is that my last match, I came really close to taking a stock and everybody was watching. And I like choked so hard. I think I just ran off the stage and just killed myself. And everyone started laughing.
That was
and then
Smash
I was
4,
like,
right?
Yeah, that was Smash 3DS, like the week the game came out or something. I was like, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be better than all of you.
And the joke's on them because you did. You're number one, right?
You are.
Joke's on them. I'm going to be back and better. This guy came back and better, number one rank. That's
it's
crazy.
true, but a lot happened in between those two. Like there's a lot.
There's probably a lot of time.
5 years of competing against each other every single week. Like, yeah, man. I don't know. Like all those dudes got like married. Like they're gone. They're 30. Like,
wow.
I'm 21. Like I see these dudes and they're like, "You're 21." I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, because they met me when I was 13. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's crazy that it's been that long. And yeah, that was my first ever, like my first like real tournament, like Wii U. It was at this guy's house. He literally was like, he had a phobia of people going outside. He never left his house. So instead, everybody came to him for some reason. That's the house that we went to. And he had a tournament. It was a Thanksgiving Day tournament. And that's when I met everybody in the local scene, all my like future homies that like would become like lifelong friendships. You know what I mean? And I met those dudes for the first ever time. And that was like one of the most fun tournaments I ever played in. And I think I went like 2-2 or something, but I just remember being mind blown by being in a room with all these people just like try-harding in a video game and like how beautiful that was to me. Because, you know, when you're around your friends, like, and you're just that natural, like, try hard, like, it's like, everybody just looks at you like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, they don't really care at the end of the day. It's not like gonna keep them up at night. But when I was in that room, I was like, yo, these dudes are not only like chill, like funny, but they care. Like, we can care when we want to care.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful to me. And I think that's really what kept me coming back for all these years, you know?
I was just talking with King about something similar before, and I'll drop it here because like I can relate to you a lot with that because like I know the Scumpy, like I know exactly the clips that made people want to get into Pro COD and stuff like that, and like I competed at high levels for like Black Ops 3, and then the age restriction, right? So like I couldn't really do anything. And then after Black Ops 3, like I really I didn't like World War II at all. I didn't like Infinite
World War II
Warfare.
was so bad when it came out.
That game was horrible. I liked Infinite Warfare's competitive scene a lot.
I liked Infinite Warfare too.
Yeah, but I hated World War II, and most everyone hated Infinite Warfare, so I really didn't have a place. So like I relate to you, and then I got into Smash through that lane. But I told King like I've always just been good at video games, like, and also I'm insanely competitive, even if I'm playing with friends, right? So it got to a point like I came to my university like I'm in third year now, you know, first year, so a few years back. And at first you tell people like, you know, you played extremely high level COD. You go to Smash Bros tournaments, like you say all these things, and everyone's so interested in it. And they're like, "Oh, that's so cool!" So they ask you a ton of questions, and they're so interested. And then you get down to play them. And the first time they're like, "Oh, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm playing with someone who's actually destroying me." And then you find out that no one ever wants to play with you because you're so try hard. Like
there's something like about being like a competitive, like if you're in sports or if you're in like competitive gaming or whatever, like I think that's such a necessary experience of like getting humbled in a way. Like I remember being a kid and playing sports and like playing against like the real like best like AAU team or whatever in basketball, and I'm like, yo, these guys are insane. And then like, yeah, that is one of the craziest things like I miss about offline tournaments in a way. It's always like a mix of like awkward but also like kind of adorable to me, like getting to play new players for the first time and like they're like, yo, dude, like, you're going to beat my ass, blah, 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 or whatever. And I'm just always like, well, you never know. You should.
That's what I say. I'm like, bro, don't say that. You could, like, deck me. Like I'm some gym. Like, I get wins, but I'm a gym. Like, you can murk me, and, like, you wouldn't even know.
Well, yeah, so, like, it makes me mad, because then he's going to pick K. Rool, no offense. And then he's going to down smash, like, 5 times, and I'm shaking. My hands are shaking. My girlfriend's watching me in the back, like... I didn't go to college. Like every thought is going through my head, dude. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to lose to John the K. Rool. Like, oh, shit. He's sitting there like, wow, oh, I'm really good actually.
Always, yeah. No, okay. Well, 2 things on that. One is the girlfriend coming to the events. For some reason, I think I perform worse with the girl there.
Oh, 100%.
I've had my girlfriend, like my ex last year, show up to like 2 tournaments. Both of them did worse than initially I wanted to. Like I got 7th at one tournament, and then the other one I got like top 12 at this big monthly, but I like wanted top 8, and I was like close as fuck. But like the girlfriend was there, like so I blamed her for those ones. But
it's a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah, you gotta like you gotta impress. You know what I'm saying?
You're just
like,
suddenly more hyper aware of like everything that's happening around you.
Absolutely. But with the new players, like I always say stuff like that, like don't like count yourself out before the game. But what I do every time I go to a tournament, doesn't matter if it's like London, Toronto, or even out of region, I pick one guy who I know it's their first tournament, and whenever they play, like very loudly and aggressively cheer for them. Like it's, you wouldn't believe how good it makes new players feel. Like there was this one guy who went to his first tournament, okay? And apparently, like, I kind of, like, knew it. He looked like a guy who's, like, 28, 27, like, professional working guy. Like, nowhere near this before. He came in, like,
he watched, like, Xanadu or something. Like,
he probably saw, like, Gommel or whatever and was like, oh, I gotta show up. So this is a weekly in Toronto. And I looked at this guy and I was like, this is 100% this guy's first tournament. Like, I've never seen him there. He's wearing a suit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, absolutely. So I went behind. He went 0-2, but I went behind his setup every time. I don't even remember his tag, but it was someone like his name or whatever. I was like, let's go, John. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Like, every single time he did anything, I was like, that's good neutral. Like, yelling it. And, like, he was like, oh, you the guy cheering for me. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was me. You killed it, bro. Like, but he's come back, like, a ton of weeklies after that. Like, it makes it way more fun. It's more fun for me, I think, than him. Like, just that's for me, I get to like make fun of it, you know?
I'm like interested in like, because now I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's changed since before the pandemic. Like, people knew who I was, you know? But like, I think I'll really actually be like getting cheered for, like in a lot of places going forward. And it's been a long time since I've been cheered for. Like, not even in like a Sag farming way. It's like when you're in your local scene and you do really well for a long time, it's like, it's not that people cheer against you. It's just that they want to see the upset. They want to see like whatever, right? And I never took that personally or nothing. I just got used to it to like where I didn't expect it. And like with my like friends, like the loft people and stuff like that, it was like they're just not the kind of guy. Like Cosmos isn't about to get behind me and go, oh, fuck him up, Colin. He's fucking dog shit. Blah, blah, blah. Like he's not gonna do that. Like I don't know. So I'm kind of interested to, I don't know if I'm going to do well or not with it. Like, I don't know if I'm playing pools like round 1 and I got a whole crowd. Like, am I going to just like show out for the fans? Like, am I going to be like making Twitch jokes in the middle of games? I don't know.
I can,
it's gonna be crazy.
I feel that. I mean, even, okay, so before like pandemic started, I had only like 350 followers on Twitter and most of them were Ontario. And then I just like, I have a shit ton now of people who know who I am, you know.
Yeah, you ready to get recognized when you
So like absolutely, like I get that, but like for me, because I play K. Rool, so normally a lot of times I go to bigger tournaments like out of region or whatever, and people like like in that before like the pandemic stuff, people in kind of that like Northeast Michigan sort of area, like the north part of the states, and then all of Ontario like knew I was, but like they cheer for K-Rool because they just see K-Rool and they think it's hype because no one plays the fucking character. You know, I get it. And that feeling of cheering for is awesome. But yeah, we have the same thing. Like the number one in our
what the low tier main lives for, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't play to win or anything like that. I play for
you
the crowd,
play to win. It's just you play to win in the storyline moment.
Make it a little harder for myself.
The like winners qualifier, top 64 pre-major like local like qualifier on the stage or whatever. You're playing against like Black Twins or something. He's just not ready for like the crowd and top air. Like
Well, bro,
I can see it in my head right now. I can totally see it.
The set I beat to Meme. This was in February, so it was before
you beat to
the
Meme.
Pandemic. Yeah.
Oh my god, that must have been
the pandemic, bro. Okay, so let me I think I said
K-Rool versus Bayo.
It's a good story.
Yeah, -2.
Oh, that must have been like the greatest.
bro, because I think I said this on the last podcast, but I'll just reiterate because it's funny as fuck. But
really
the set happens, okay, and we're about to start. Me and Tamim start playing, but Tamim was in grand finals of dubs. So Tamim comes up to me because it was a pool set and we needed to play. And Tamim goes, "Oh, let's make this really quick because I have to do dubs grand finals." And I went, "Oh, okay, bet, no worries." Tamim 3-stocked me game 1. Like under a minute. I was
just really quick.
Whoa, like I played Tamim the tournament before, the monthly before too, and I lost.
Tamim was nasty.
Yeah, 2-1. Like I lost, it was super close, but like I was like, "Oh my god, you weren't kidding. Like you wanted to shit on me." Then the next game though, it was like close, but I took it. And then game 3, I didn't realize this because I have my AirPods at full blast.
Yeah.
But they were like between game 2 and 3, something like 60 people behind me. Like, and I couldn't hear because I have full volume on. So literally like game 3, I 3-stocked them. And I remember I turned around, I was like fucking like hard ass fist bump. And then I turned around and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I didn't even notice that they were literally
like 50 the DAP line, like everybody.
Oh yeah, everyone, like, boom, boom, like I fucking everyone.
It's their moment too, you know. Like,
no, it's great. Like that's a great feeling. But it's funny how like in region, like you're kind of like it's always like you want the little guy. Then the moment you get out of region, all that's put aside, and it's like zone region or die. Like bro, like we all hate each other, and then we go to Frostbite, and we're all screaming. I
remember like the first time I had been cheered for ever in Ultimate, like literally ever, was when I was about to beat MVD. Like in the beginning of that set, like nobody was really like cheering or nothing, right? And then I remember I won game 2, and I kind of looked up to the crowd, and I nodded. I'm like, "Yup, it's okay to believe. Like I know that I'm gonna win this set if I like." I was super ready for that. That's the number one person I wanted to play that day because I had played against Tweak Snake for 8 hours the day before, and he taught me everything about Snake inside and out, like literally exactly how to play that matchup. Right. And then I went and played against False's Snake for like 3 hours, and I was like destroying him for the first ever time. And I was like, all right, So and then I just that pop off. Literally after I beat MVD, the entire venue, I swear to God, like every single person I had known, it was like a Naruto like flashback. Like every homie I had in the scene was coming up to me like dapping me up like one after the other after another, and I was like, wow, that's what
I did. So I did like for context, I guess I have my own little pop-up story. Do you know Locus?
Oh, of course.
So Locus and I Knuckles probably knows the story.
That's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
Yeah, so I actually beat Locus in Smash 4. I was technically his most losses in all of Smash 4 to everyone. He beat
really.
I'm not known.
Bracket Demon.
Crazy.
Yeah, Locus was good. And the best part about this part is that Locus went on. So Locus lost to me the first time ever in a tournament. And this was Smash 4. I was a nervous little guy. I was like, I want to go home. I played Rosa.
Who did you play?
I played Rosa.
Rosa.
So I'm like, I don't want to be
Everyone
there.
says that.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, okay.
The only time I cheered for the Rosas when they played the Ryus. I loved it. I'm like, jab him. Yeah,
I'm like nervous. And he did that combo. He did to Mr. R, but he missed it because Luma has her own little hurt box. So he missed it on me up there because I'm at 13. I'm like, hey, I'm confident. I can beat Locus. I'm somebody. And I win. The whole venue was like freaking out. Because like the second game, I actually like just beat him because I was like, I can do this. Like down air, like I can win this. And then so after that, Locus, nice guy, he's like, whatever. We'll never fight again. I'll beat you next time. Then he goes to Zero Saga, or I guess Redacted Saga.
Zero Saga.
Whatever he goes to. And those other tournaments, like the Redacted versus Redacted. You know what I mean? Like those big ones he went to. Every time he came back though, he'd verse me.
Zero Saga. Wait, hold on. Quick side note. Zero Saga was an incredible tournament. In my opinion, probably the best tournament 2GG ever did.
Yeah.
Like watching it in that time period. Oh, yeah. My God. Those matches.
Dude. So he comes back from
MKLeo versus Void.
Right? And he's like, he just beat Mr. R. There's no way he loses to a random Rosa who doesn't show up to tournaments and just doesn't care about the game. But he does, again. And then he goes back to the one where he beats, you know, Redacted or
everybody's got a bracket.
Loses
to Mars,
right?
And he beat Redacted.
He comes back again, and it happens again. And we like talked. We're good friends, and he's told me many times, like, dude, like I hate you because I'll never beat you when you care. Like now you're some Fortnite Valorant guy.
You were living in his dome.
Oh, rent free, dude.
Rent free, baby.
That's the definition. When someone says something, like I said that to Toast one time when he was like 12-0 to me, I'm like, dude, like I'll never beat you until I do, and when I do, I don't care about nothing else no more.
Yeah, no.
Rent free.
That is rent free.
The hype you guys talk about. I want to come out to Ohio. I want to trap. Like, dude, COVID messed me up. I was doing dope vlogs and stuff, and some fun interviews.
I just got my passport literally the month before COVID started.
Bro, the hype of the crowd, like,
I was ready.
Dude, you heard about Play with Heart, right? Or I'm sure, obviously not because update, but did you hear about Play with Heart?
Yeah, the Seattle.
It's actually BC. But there's a lot of people
BC,
from Seattle.
okay.
Yeah, the
Makes
hype
sense.
of that tournament, like the region stuff you guys talk about, the hype, bro, it was so cool to watch because you got Fire the Pyro. We can all agree, me Brawler's kind of lame. No offense if you ever watch this, it's kind of lame, right?
All the me's suck.
All the me's suck.
No, full offense. Full offense.
But
no,
dude,
no partial
like,
offense. Just full offense.
The venue popped off when he killed Tickle with like the down to the flip kick thing at like 13%. We're like, yo, what? Like Nico and
everybody loves
like,
seeing the cheat. When you get cheese at the weekly every fucking week, and then there's some invader that comes in or something and like gets like killed by the cheese that you and your homies have known, like it's so exciting.
Dude, that's my thing. I call it the KU Classic, and so do the other KUs. So I shoot blunderbuss up and then jump in up B, and everybody falls for it the first time. Literally everybody. So I'll do it all the time. Like the first, I had a monthly in Toronto where I finished 5th. That was in January, and I was playing Jams, who's a PR'd Rob Main in Ontario. First time playing him. I killed him with up B 2 times in a row in a 6 seconds.
You killed Jams with that?
Everybody falls in it. Yeah.
The Rob?
Yeah.
With K-Rool up B.
With K-Rool. So literally, the first one was like I shot him up, I read his jump, and then upbeat him off the top. Then the next one was Crown into up tilt. Crown came back, and then he jumped, and I upbeat him off the top.
Oh my god!
In 6 seconds, literally, I have that like cheese strat, and my region.
Jump reads.
It's funny though because my region knows. They know. The sub-region knows not to fall for it.
As soon as they know, that's so annoying.
Like, they know. So the region knows. Like, when I go to locals and stuff like that, I'll still shoot people up because I think it's better at low percent, but I'll shoot people up and they're like, I'm not fucking jumping. Like, I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, come on, like, do it for me.
They ultra.
No, literally, I'll be playing friendlies and, like, I had a buddy over for some LAN, like, 2 days ago, and I kept doing it to him where I'd shoot him up and he would be like, you're not hitting it on me. You're not hitting it on me. Like, I didn't hit a single one. I went for it like 4 times, but everybody knows. It's just such a bummer.
I think I legitimately, like, no joke, made at least $2,000 to $4,000 with down tilt spot dodge, down tilt up B in the first, like, 6 months of Ultimate. No joke. Every single person it did not matter who they were.
Yeah.
Like, every top player. Like, I remember I went to, another redacted streamer's house and played him for the first ever time. Literally, first game, first stock, I killed him. I did that. And he goes, oh, yeah, you can't grab that. Okay. And everybody had that same reaction, but it didn't matter because it always worked at least once.
Gimmicks, bro. That's why I think I do so well in the upsets, you know? Like, I have a ton of just, like, random upset wins, and it's because I do stupid shit like that. Like, I don't play like any other person who plays my character, because I just play, like, ridiculous. I play like an idiot, but it's fun.
Good, though. I mean, that's, like, one of the best ways to get to, like, upset, like, players that are, like, technically better than you on paper. It's just, you gotta, you just don't try to play the game perfectly, and all of a sudden, they can't read every single thing you do, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. No, it's,
you gotta make them earn
game.
it. Find out who can really, like, play reactionary and adapt and stuff like that.
I call my playstyle calculated mashing. Because I know what I'm doing, but I do just click buttons.
I mean, like, I do think calculated mashing is pretty much
it's a good gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for everyone, I think Ultimate is a very press a lot of buttons sort of game.
That's why I call people mashers all the time, and I am on a like warpath to take away the stigma from the word mashing, because mashing, there are matchups where you literally like Younglink versus Rob, Younglink versus K-Rool, even like there's a lot of Younglink.
You're very much incentivized to just fucking quick, you know.
Did you like to
You know?
always
And so
be
am
doing
I, though.
something?
Like I'm just
always
supposed
be
to
doing
throw
something.
crown all the time in that
Exactly.
matchup, and that's how
just
you
wait
play
for
it.
me to trip up on one of them or whatever.
and
like,
then 60 damage, you know.
And it's really what separates the players, like, you know, in my opinion, I've always said this, but what separates like mid-level players to like people that break through to that next ceiling is really being able to incorporate every kind of play style into your like one play style, right? You need to have moments where you're a calculated masher. You need to have moments where you're a camper. You need to be able to do that, not only, you know, not only be able to play like that both ways, but do it in the same game, you know, do it in the same stock, like know the moments when to switch up, because there's nothing that's what I learned when I, you know, got my ass beat by Tweak for like a year. It took me a solid year to really have that lesson like beat into me. Like, if you play at the same pace all the time, you will never be a top player that like catches on to your pace. You never will, because they'll always play ahead of you. Like,
this is like the Colonies pro guide on the podcast. For free. Free of charge, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, take out your notepads right now and write all of it down, baby. Get it going. You know, he's only going to say this once.
You want to see my toast notes? I got 2 pages in there.
Oh my god!
Look like, wait, is yours hardcover though? Because
it is.
Oh, I thought I was going to show you up. Whatever. I thought mine was hardcover and yours was soft, but all right, whatever.
That's my ride or die right there. That thing goes with me everywhere. But,
bro, I write like the most. This is like if I need notes. I don't ever like write though. Like I'm the worst writer ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I just journal like once a day every day. Because if I don't, then I'll just get like so lost in thought that I'll just be like laying in bed doing circles in my head for hours.
You guys don't see it on my camera or on the stream, but if you watch the vlog back, I actually have a fucking whiteboard, right? And for me, because like obviously I have a job, I'm going to school for marketing. This social media stuff is like what I do, right? So it's very easy to lose track of like, did I wake up? Did I do this stuff? And then when I look back, I'm like, oh man, I didn't get any like X thing I wanted today. But what did I actually do today? I took care. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to like So I make like notes of like, here's what I'm gonna do today. Here's what I did. Did I fail? Well, maybe I didn't finish 2 hours of studying, but I passed the test. So like, you know what I mean? I gotta give myself some slack. It's like easy to lose.
I think it's when like you're in a position in life where it's like you're not where you want to be, but like you feel like you kind of know how to get there, or like you have like a direction. It's very easy to be like very cruel to yourself and thinking that you never did enough. That's like what killed me last year, was like living in the loft. Like when I first moved in, like oh my god, I went from literally my job, what I did every day was like I would read books, lay in random people in the loft's rooms, and then just like practice whenever someone wanted to play. And then I went from doing that to like, now I'm gonna be a social media star. I'm gonna do YouTube. I'm gonna do Twitch. I'm gonna do all this. And it's like, not only am I gonna do that, but I have to do that because I'm broke as fuck. I have no money. I need these 100 subs. Like I'm gonna watch Ayaya for 12 hours. Like I need it, right? And then I also got to go to locals and win because I have no money. And I think during that time, like I learned like a really important lesson of like, it's okay to just get one, like you got to remind yourself what you actually did get done. You know what I mean? And you got to remember like those things that you do now, even if you're not as big as you want to be, or like there's not as many eyes on it as you want right now, like that's kind of like your legacy that you're setting up, that when you do make your breakthrough, like that's like a backlog of content that'll be like serving you and like your fans for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's especially hard to like during COVID with feeling productive. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people, like even for me, I know King as well, like we're in university, right? But we're not actually going to classes. So like it doesn't even like, when we don't leave the house for anything, like it doesn't feel like we're doing anything or accomplishing anything, even when we are. Like I still have schoolwork and I still stream and I still make TikToks or whatever. Like I still do stuff, but it's like, oh, I've done nothing today. But like I have. But it's just like we're inside. So it just makes everything 10 times
that's crazy. I've been doing Smash like literally full time now for 3 years, like since I got out of high school.
That's wild, bro.
Never had a job like after high school, never went to school again, and like that feeling doesn't go away. It's like, I don't know, it's so weird to me, man. It literally boggles my mind every single day that like I actually can like wake up and order DoorDash and play MLB 08 the show and like still actually like move my career forward. And like, you know, it makes me feel very blessed to be alive in the time that we're alive in, because 10 years ago this is not possible.
Not at all. Yeah.
I feel bad for like the people. I actually meet a lot of people like this, and I wonder if you guys ever do too, like that, you know, they're like 30 to 40ish and you know, if they were like our age in this time period that they would have been doing what we're doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like they just never had the shot. Like they love games, you know, they watch streams here and there and stuff like that. But like you can just kind of tell, like, at least I get it a lot when I'm explaining what I do to like older people and stuff like that. They're like, damn, that sounds way better than any option that I ever had.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, so, I had 2 teachers in high school like that who like both of them incredibly into video games and just like everything about it. Like one of those teachers recently, I saw his work because he's now a PhD. He's now a doctor. And he did it's insane. It's like a 350-page dissertation on like Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's like subtext regarding like race and like gender within the game, and it's like it's mind-blowing. Like I'm still reading it, but I'm like going through it, and he's like doing all these theories. He's like, bro, you know the character, like, have you guys played GTA 5?
Yes.
So one of his points in like the dissertation is like GTA 5, there's a character named Jimmy, okay? And Jimmy is, for those who don't know, Jimmy is Michael's son. Twitch chat. And like Jimmy's like the player, like they're making fun of the player with Jimmy. And like he has like a whole angle on that, and like it's insane. And I'm like, bro, like if you just like hit streaming like 20 years ago, like, oh my god, like holy. That would be insane. It would be so cool. Like,
well, I think that's one of the cool things that's happening on Twitch this year. Like one of the positives of like, I don't know, the boomers getting like hip to Zoom and Discord and like whatever, right? Like the ability to get on camera and talk to people. Like, we've seen like the rise of like Healthy Gamer GG. Like that channel is literally something that I never ever would have conceived like 10 years ago that Twitch could be used in that kind of way. Or even something like the Austin Show or like whatever, people being innovative on Twitch and like with streaming, and like it's pretty dope to think that like I think we're moving towards like a kind of society where it's like if you have that kind of individual skill, there's a market out there for almost anything as long as you're interested in it. Other people probably are too. Like you can make 2-hour dissertation videos about Mario Galaxy now and make a living off of that. Like you can like you can do things like that, and I'm gonna sit there and watch it, and then I'm gonna do MSM runs, and people are gonna sit there and watch it, and like
it's so cool. It's a different world. It's a different world. Yeah, for sure. Like even bro on TikTok, that's like, oh my god, you can make a ton of money on TikTok, and the amount of content that varies on TikTok is insane. Like you're literally describing that. You can go on TikTok and find someone who's making a living on that, doing like their random passion project. And it's insane. Like one day, yesterday I was on TikTok, and I'll be honest, my For You page is like very saturated now, where all it is, because I've been on TikTok long enough where like when you like enough stuff, it like curates your feed to only that. So if I'm being frank, my TikTok is literally like, it's like 40% videos of like working out and like gym related content. And like maybe like
Pokemon, same.
50% like girls just twerking. Like I won't even count. Like that's pretty much what we got going on the TikTok. And then like the 10%, the last 10% is just kind of like whatever. And so this guy pops up on my For You page, and he has something like 3 million followers, and he has an ant colony. No pun intended with the colonies. You know what I'm saying? He's got like an ant farm or something like that. Okay. And he will just like throw a centipede in there and then be like filming what happens and then narrate over it.
I've seen
1 minute videos. The guy's a gazillionaire. He has millions of followers, and he makes money by literally just hurling a wasp inside an ant farm and seeing what happens. Like what a world we live in.
Dude, I remember being a kid. And I was watching this podcast. Actually, I bet you know the podcast. You know Painkiller already?
No.
I've heard of it. I never watched it, but I heard about it.
Okay, yeah. So it's like an old school COD community podcast, right? And they were talking about this. It was Woody's Gamer Tag, like FPS Kyle or FPS Russia, Wings of Redemption.
I love Wings, dude. I love Wings stuff.
Wings of Redemption. Your boy. Anyways, damn, that's a name I just haven't said out loud in like 10 years. I had to digest that for a second. Like, whoa. But yeah, I remember they were talking about this Japanese bug fighting website. And literally it was like some live leak shit, like HTML flash ass browser, whatever, right? You go on this website and it's just a playlist at the bottom, pictures of the roster of bugs, and then just like a live feed of these bugs just like literally going at it, like tarantula versus like whatever, like shit climbing on the walls, shit jumping on branches inside of it was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen in my life. And it just had like a Bitcoin, like 2012 Bitcoin address or whatever. I'm sure that guy's like a billionaire now. Congrats. And then
a
like,
lot of money, yeah.
Yeah, like some PayPal link or something, and like that's what he did. He fought bugs. He breeded and fought bugs on Twitch.
So weird,
I don't know if that's legal or not, but
I mean, they're bugs.
Yeah.
There's no Geneva Convention for bugs. I mean, like, I feel like you kill a puppy and someone would like literally you're gonna have PETA after you.
They're gonna find you.
If you kill a bug, like,
dude,
like no one's really actually. This is like a thing. This is like a thing. Have you guys
ever seen that episode of Family Guy where Brian runs over the dog with his
car?
Yes.
He's like super depressed, and he finally like spits out his deepest, darkest secret, and they all literally start dying laughing in his face. Yeah. That is I'll never forget being a kid and watching that, and there was the biggest twist in my life, and that was the funniest thing I ever saw.
That's like, a great episode.
That because I was a kid, I did not see that dramatic twist coming at all. That's so funny.
Well, bro, you can't like not look at those bug videos though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're like that thing where like you can't like you're looking at it and you know it's gross, but you have to watch it. Like I hate bugs too, and I was on that guy's TikTok, and I was like I kind of have the phone like physically away from me, and like I'm looking at it still, but like from the corner, so I can still see it, but I'm not like making direct eye contact with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at it directly.
You know what video does that to me? These videos scar me for life. Is someone with a fear of heights. The one where it's like the Russian dudes like climbing up the gigantic towers and shit.
Oh yeah.
For who are they climbing? Like who are you climbing that high for? Like why?
Well, you think about it.
For the Rush, it's for the Rush, bro. For the Red Bull, sponsor.
First of all, those dudes are psychos. They hang off the edge. They walk. They take selfies.
Oh yeah, those guys are insane.
Oh my God.
But you know who's the real psychos? When you realize that a team of people built that shit. They built it. How did they do that? How do you put a steel fucking tower that far up in the air? Like, what? I don't get that, man.
Especially in countries that don't have the restrictions we do. Like, because in obviously in America, Canada, it's like a lot. Like, hey, you got to make sure you're safe, right? But I don't know Russia, but I imagine in other countries, no one's like gonna watch that closely. If you're like, hey man, I'm just gonna hang off this like 400-foot building and just maybe put, you know what I mean? Like, no one's. You get the job done. You don't get that well. Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
Yeah, Russia's not concerned about their construction safety.
We gotta feed the comrades. Like,
you gotta figure it out. Get that beef up there.
But yeah, no, I don't know, man. That's some crazy shit. I hate heights, and I could not do that. I'll tell you that right now.
No skydiving.
I don't like.
No skydiving.
I get the heights.
No skydiving.
Really?
Listen, I'll ride roller coasters. I'll get on planes or whatever, but I will never walk on a bridge, like a tall bridge with water underneath. Never. I can't. I see people like biking on the Golden Gate Bridge, like on the side of it. Like that shit literally gives me so much anxiety, man. Like I don't know how people do it, but I wish I didn't have that defect. Like, why am I so scared of heights? I'm so jealous of the people that did build that and we're just hanging up there like bink 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 with a hammer. Like they don't. How do you do that, dude?
Well, bro, it's like I feel like a lot of people say they're not afraid of heights and then they get up there and it's different. Like you know what I mean? Like I had that experience with like, because I'm from Toronto and I've been to the CN Tower like a handful of times. Like it's one thing that as a Torontonian you see it all the time, but you're just like, okay, like I have to go at least once. And you know, you take people who are from not in Toronto and you take them.
I don't know if I could do that.
Dude, there's no. Like the actual tower itself is not that bad, but there's a specific like there's like 1/6 of the big dome because that's the only part that holds people. Yeah. The actual shaft part of the tower is an elevator, massive elevator, and you could watch it go up, right?
Yeah.
Like 1/8 of like that circular part at the top is literally just like a glass room. Glass bottom, glass top.
No, side. Dude, there's no way.
Like, no. It's well, first of all, okay, you say like you get up there and you're like, oh, this is probably not that bad. And then on the wall, it says how much weight it can support before it cracks. And it says something like 48 elephants and like it like tallies off all these insects and animals and whatever. And you're but you look at it and you're like, oh, you know, I'm fine. And then, bro, but there's like a layer where there's like normal floor, but then the glass starts. So you're on the normal floor and then you look and then you're like, nah, I can't support 48 elephants. Like exact same thing, bro. There's no way. Like you step 1 foot and then you're like, no, can't do it.
The Cleveland Browns is like stadium. I went there with my dad, and they have a bunch of elevators to get because we were broke. So that was like the worst thing. I love sports more than anything, but I hated heights. But every time we got to go to sports games, like you know, we weren't you had to go up. You know what I mean? We were going up.
Yep.
And I remember like these elevators, man, they were windowed out, like open. You could see. You couldn't see through the bottom, I don't think, but like you could see out the sides, and it was just on the outside of the stadium. And it wasn't. I swear, when I like get on the edge of a high place, even if it's like walled off, like I can feel like my mind starts like tripping out, like it starts like twisting, dude. Like it starts. I feel like I'm like leaning, and I don't know, man. It freaks me out. I don't even like driving on bridges. I just look straight forward, like just turn up my Joe Rogan episode, and I just look straight, tunnel vision it out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any burning questions you guys have for the most ripped and fit gamer on Twitch here?
I don't know about most ripped and fit. Like,
hey, whoa, hey.
Listen, I got. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Are we doing this?
All right.
Take them out, boys. Let's go. Hey.
Do I have a shirt underneath here?
Doesn't matter.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's up?
All right, now let me see. Let me see.
Wait, I hate this. Bro, I can't see.
Just take it all off.
There we
okay.
Go.
Oh,
right,
hey.
There we go. Wait, we're back. We're back.
All right.
I got the headphones. We'll do the rest of
This is what they follow on TikTok for right here.
Ooh. Oh!
Sheesh! Bro, this is what they follow me, bro.
See, that's the shirt you gotta wear for your next, like, when you go O2, like, TikTok.
Yeah.
Whatever, all right? Just
shake my hand. Shake my hand.
No, this is all I wear of brackets. I'm not even kidding. I'll show up and wear sweatpants and this shirt every single time, bro. Literally, it keeps me cool, and I can just focus on the event, and I don't have to worry about what's going on.
I wish I had, like, 10% of the self-confidence required to do that. There's no shot, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
well, my noodle arms out there.
Listen, like, I lost 70 pounds, so there was no point. At one point in my life, no way this was coming out, you know, but now I'm like,
also lost 70 pounds, no joke.
Yeah.
Really?
Colin, you and I are like the exact same person. Like, this is actually insane.
Wait, did you actually not know that?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude. When I was 16, that's when I started losing weight when senior year. So I was 18. I was like 210 pounds. And now I'm 140. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Bro,
that's crazy, dude.
I'm like 159 right now. 158,
really?
And I was at my heaviest like 240.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, not like.
Did you do keto?
That's 80 total. I started with keto actually. Did you do keto?
Yeah, I did do keto. I did keto and intermittent fasting for like a year. Like,
Colin,
super hardcore.
we're the same person. This is crazy, bro. Keto, like, okay. In hindsight, don't do keto.
Dude,
in hindsight, like, bro, it's disgusting. Like, I would lose
so
weight
gross.
because
It is, yeah.
Listen, keto works, and the reason why it works is because you're eating at a calorie deficit. For any of you who want to lose weight, just eat less calories than your maintenance. That's it. That's it. Eat whatever you want, but eat less than the maintenance.
True,
okay?
but it depends. Are you trying to speed run losing
that's
weight?
Also true.
That's what I try to do.
Bro, with the keto, listen, with the keto, I would eat like bacon and like cheese all day and just like pounds of like ground beef.
Yeah.
And lose weight, but like in hindsight, that is so disgusting. Like the stuff I was eating was.
Well, that's the thing is like these days, like I have so many friends that do keto and stuff now, and like it's not like it was back when I did it, man. Like there was not. You go to Walmart now, and there's keto products in like every aisle.
Yeah.
Like when I did it, there was none of that. Like zero. Like you had to go on like AlexJones.com to get bone broth for fucking keto, dog. Like you weren't going to Walmart to get it. So like. Man, I feel like nowadays they got keto brownies, they got all this shit, like, you know, artificial sweeteners have like advanced a lot and stuff like that. And it's not that bad. It just depends on how, I don't know why, but I was so into it because I really thought that if I lost all the weight that my life would just be like perfect. So I was like dead set on doing this.
Yeah.
And I like learned all this science and all this crazy shit and was like, you know, shout out to my mom too. She cooked a lot of keto meals for me in high school, so that was needed for sure. But I just remember being in the car first day I started keto, and I was in the car with Sylvanas and Cosmos after a local, and they were at Burger King, and Cosmos was getting like the birthday cake milkshake with like all this shit or whatever, and I was sitting there dying, like 24 hours without sugar, like just withdrawing like crazy, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he's like, come on, dude, just get an Oreo milkshake. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna stick to this diet. I know you're not gonna do it. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it. And then I actually did it. And now I always bring up that story just to make Cosmos feel bad.
Yeah,
fuck you, Cosmos.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Cosmos.
Dick.
Hey, by the way, one waifu gets put in Smash. I'm coming back, guys. I'm out of retirement. I'm out of retirement. I thought I was done forever, but all of a sudden there's a redhead anime girl in Smash.
She's in, and now you're
love
back.
is back. My passion is back. Like, shut up.
Okay, super quick.
I literally spent the last 6 months messaging that guy every single day, telling him, "You're gonna be back. You're gonna be back. You're gonna be back."
And then it was literally Pyra that just pushed him. Okay,
Yes.
I just realized that I'm white as hell, so like my light is like hilariously not focused. So I'm just gonna put this back on.
Too, yeah.
That doesn't help either. Just a lot of white going on in this
right
room,
now.
bro. A lot of white.
Okay.
Okay,
My lighting is kind of looking good, man.
your lighting's way better than mine, bro. I won't even lie right now.
I actually have I got blessed really hard because I have this overhead light like right here, just built into the room. So then I just got like an offset lamp right there, like an offset lamp back there. You know what I mean? One on the face, one in the back right corner, one in the back left corner.
Okay. It's a whole
Makes you pop out into the foreground.
Okay.
What camera you got? You guys both got Logitech Brio. Oh no, you got.
How did you know? How did you know? Colin,
because
stop it.
I know. I can tell really easily. I can tell that. Yeah, he has a DSLR.
Yeah, I didn't want to flex it real quick, but I was like, I ain't got no Brio.
His shit looks crisp.
I ain't got no Brio out here. This shit costs a lot of fucking money.
You ain't got no Brio.
No, I have a C920. Logitech C920.
Oh, you have a C920.
It's a good camera. I'm not spending a rack on a fucking,
But it's like it's an investment that I'm like, hey. You know, if this podcast takes off, we got a camera right away for the podcast.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a good investment,
you know
but also I'm not at a point where like I got something like 600, 700 followers on Twitch. So for me, I'm not in any position to be like, buying DSLRs or anything like that.
There's nothing wrong with that either. Like, you definitely don't need a DSLR. It's kind of like more like a thing like, how much do you like, take joy out of like making your shit look as good as you want it to look or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And then mix that with budget and other things, and that's where you go,
True.
But I will say this: the Logitech Brio with a good lighting setup,
good.
it costs you probably like $200 max, and like could be a noticeable step up for your camera shit. And you don't even like these lamps that I use in my room are $5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just about having them in the right spots and stuff like that. If you really want to know, I'm sure this is riveting content, but if you really want to know, give me some time because I made Aaron. FGC.
Aaron's the homie.
Yeah.
I made him.
He's a great guy.
And I have the DMs to prove it. I have all the evidence.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah.
So
I gave that dude an Amazon wish list.
Ooh,
I was like, all right. So, damn, son.
I love Aaron.
Shout out to Aaron at FGC.
We're pulling up in the last 5 minutes here.
It's my boy.
Colonies,
last 5 minutes.
One question that we asked every guest here, because a lot of Smash players so far. At the start at least we're doing Smash players, but what is the most awkward interaction or experience you had at a LAN event with a fan? I can already tell you smiling, but like, what is the word? Like number one, like
I think everyone knows one. It comes to mind, and everyone has the same smirk, bro. Every single time.
I actually can't think of one because oh my god, dude, you're asking me to open up the book here.
Just the guy who's like, hey, Colinies, like,
bro, there's an archives. This guy's like, oh, where do I begin?
Yeah, this guy,
bro. Oh, there's one guy,
Okay. Well,
bro, you look like stressed.
Yeah, he's like head down, like, oh man.
I'm like trying to think really hard, man, because it's been so many years of things like this happening like all the time. But I don't listen. I don't care. I love it. But all right. So I guess one example I could give is there was this one guy that came to our locals like every week, right? And for like the first 2 weeks, all I could ever see when I wasn't playing was this dude sitting at like an offset angle, just staring at me, like looking like he wanted to come up and say something, but he couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So one day he finally came up to me because we had to play round one. He's shaking. He's like, Colonies, we got to play round one, man. And I was like, all right, sweet, dude. Like, let's do it or whatever. I'm like, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. And he looks super happy, right? We sit down to play. I'll never forget this shit. I could not believe it, bro. We sit down to play and like he had like some third-party controller or something. And it took like a solid 20 minutes to get everything working right or whatever. But we finally got playing. and I like completely body bag him the first game, right? And I get up to like ask, like say what I banned or whatever. Or no, I say it and he does it because we were like sitting on opposite sides. They have monitors on both sides. I say it, he doesn't say nothing. I stand up to like look, and he's like on the ground, like seething in anger, like he's in like a catcher stance, like seething. And then I'm like, "Yo, are you good?" And he literally goes, and he like spikes his controller super hard and just dead sprints out of the venue. And then literally like never saw him again. Ever.
Oh, never.
Gone.
So I'm guessing you took the W on that set.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You won that set. Yeah.
I also had another one. I remember I was there was another Ranger, and I'm not gonna say his name, but if any Ohio players are, you might know. But yeah, there's this one dude, and he played Lucario, and we were.
It's always Lucario.
It's always Lucario.
It's a little different because we weren't at a tournament, but we were at like a major in a hotel room the night before.
Sure.
And he was like begging me to give him Fox practice, right? In Smash 4. I was like, all right, sure. But I'm like, I told him straight up, I said, yo, if you start raging, I'm not playing. Because we were just chilling, right? So he's like, oh, no, I'm not going to rage, like all this, right?
Famous last words.
I'm like, I started destroying him. And like literally, I think the first stock I took, he's raging instantly. And I'm in a room with like Sylvanas and like a few of our other friends. And like Sylvanas, he doesn't he likes to joke around a lot, you know. I feel
like he's a troll a little bit.
He likes to troll, you could say. One could say he's got a little bit of a troll mentality. And he is just literally fucking dying laughing, like heaving laughing every single time. And this dude I'm playing against, he just can't stop. He can't stop raging. He's going insane, like shit he's saying not even making sense. Like he'll say something, he's like, this matchup is fucking 80-20, and then like another one of the players from our region is like sitting next to him and he's like, dude, no it's not, like that doesn't even make fucking sense. Like if you're gonna say something like that, at least defend your argument. And he's like, I don't need to defend my argument, it's fucking bullshit. And then Sylvanas is in the back like
crying,
and I'm sitting there just like trying not to laugh or whatever. And then eventually he ended up like, I think he like, we were playing on his Wii U gamepad, and he like took his Wii U gamepad out of like the little dock, and he like snatched it and he just like ran out of the room.
What is it with smashers and running? Like at the venue?
I don't know.
Like that's so weird. Like bro, that clip of K9. Like everyone knows the clip, running out of the room. I've seen people run out of the room. Why do smashers just zoom?
Well,
like, why is that?
Listen, I'm not immune to salt, all right? Especially when I was growing up.
Neither any of us, but what's with the running?
They're gone.
Why are we so unathletic, and then the moment we rage, it's just fucking goes for it, you know?
Why, dude, because it's like when you're about to explode, when you're about to have that moment, and it's like, you don't want to take it out on the people around you, right? Because you're not really mad at them. When you're raging, you're mad at yourself. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you can blame it on the game, on the character, on the other player, whatever. But you're mad at yourself. So when you're gone, when you take that sprint out, it's like the most like, it's a wise precautionary method, I would say, to make sure that you're not doing anything.
No, listen, I get it, but why not like a walk? Why not a leisurely stroll? Why does it have to be like literally? Like I'll talk to smashers. Like none of them play sports, none of them work out. But then the moment they're raging, they're Usain Bolt. They're Andre DeGrasse, bro. They're running the 100-meter dash in the Olympics, and they go.
Dude,
they're so fast.
It's really an run.
It's like a parking lot.
Yeah, they're just scouts.
They're full tilted like the Naruto run too. It's never like a actual. Like,
yeah, it's never like an actual like zoom.
Yeah,
like,
you're the legend of K9S Bruce running a 4.240 time in the fucking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, in the combine, bro. K9 with the fastest time.
Yeah,
dude. If you got K9, like, if you made K9 play against like a fucking like Pac-Man or something, and then had him run like a 40 in the combine, he could probably go
pro. I think he would go pro, or at least be considered
or something.
Yeah, maybe second round.
Well, it's not very big, but
no, but he makes up for it with his mentality, the hustle. You know,
that's true. No, oh my God, he should have played. He probably should have played football. Like,
could have gone pro.
I don't know if he ever tried, but like that dude's mentality would actually be goated.
Good.
Yeah. Imagine putting K9 in a weight room.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, if he beeps up quick,
he would get. Yeah, he could be
big boy. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
That's just so funny. That's so funny.
Man.
Fellas, it is 9:01. That means we banged out an hour. That's crazy. Good work, Colin.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming on. We always appreciate the guests. And
I'll definitely come back sometime.
Yeah,
anytime you want, bro. For real, anytime.
Sure, man.
But fellas, that's gonna be it from us today. Content Cave. We're gonna have, by the way, like new logo.
Yeah, new
in the works.
Okay.
New logo soon. We're gonna have like the new thumbnails. We're gonna drop the socials and whatnot. So like really, really big things on the way. So stay tuned for my posts and King's posts regarding it. And also if you're not following Colinies, go follow.
Yeah, Colinies. Tell the people what you're doing. What do you do? Tell us.
What are the ads?
What are the,
like,
you know?
Well,
in case they're not already following you, drop the ads.
So I mean, stream twitch.tv/coloniestv, you know, most ripped and fit gamer on Twitch, lots of e-girls.
Agree to disagree on that one, but
you know, youtube.com/thecolonies, hot tub vlogs with my girlfriend coming soon. Just kidding, I don't have a hot tub or a girlfriend. Instagram.
Yo, I'll be your girlfriend, bro. I'll pull
on Instagram till I get my hair cut, but instagram.com/colonies_SSB. God damn it, I gotta do something about that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing much right now. I'm on a little bit of a break because I'm dealing with a little bit of stuff, but I'm working it out. And when I do come back, it's gonna be a takeover.
No, take your time, sir. Yes, sir. All right, well, that's it from us. And yeah, thank you for everyone for watching. And we will see you guys in the next one every Thursday, 8 p.m. EST.
Peace out.
Peace, guys.